in the industry, we hear a lot about like people not like getting a proper due. You know what I'm saying? And like rest in peace, Tay Keith. I seen some stuff where it was like he got the placements with Drake, Sexy Red, uh, Travis, and stuff like that. But they saying he may have not necessarily been getting all his splits and stuff like that, and it was causing like depression, any type of thing. Like how can an engineer or producer not fall into that uh that dark spot?
I want to say, bro, at his level, that's a hard thing to not fall into. Like, you can be the most mentally strong person in the world, but playing at that level, like, of course, he had his business stuff together. So it wasn't like, he went into a situation and he's just getting jerked out of a deal. It's just they play a certain type of game and money wins in that game, and you don't got as much as the label. So the label can drag out a court process 4, 5, 6 years. 5, 6 years, Tay Keith might be broke fighting this case to get, basically nothing back, to get back even.
Yeah.
So I don't really have advice for that. Like it's just luck of the draw when it comes to stuff like that. But what I will say on another note is,
Hey, hey, hey. Okay. Out to the paper, the grass is always greener. I don't do no labels, I call it how I see it. Okay, out to the paper, the grass is always greener. I don't do no labels, I call it how I see it.
What does the future look like for your podcast?
Yo, welcome back. Season 7 of No Label the Pod. We got Donnie in the back on the cameras. Yeah, man. We appreciate all y'all liking, sharing, following, subscribing, everything No Label the Pod. You could find us on, if you want to keep us updated, you know what I'm saying, go to nolabelmedia.co. You know what I'm saying? Sign up for the newsletter. Make sure you tap in. We got events coming up. Absolutely want to be there. Be a part of that. You know what I mean? Everything will be announced soon. So, you know what I mean? Stay tapped in. Sign up for that newsletter for real. All right. Today we sitting here with a. Most people don't know in the music industry, like nothing goes down without the engineer. You see people in the booth, it look all cool. You see the people making the beats, trying to do all this. Yo, nothing goes down without the engineer. And the man sitting next to me right here, he's the staple of the town right now. Everything you seen booming, bumping out of Studio 353, he's got his hands on it, his fingerprints on it. Well, you seen G Herbo here, you seen Dave East here. You know what I mean? We got from Drake Cass to YISTOL, you know what I'm saying? This man right here is he the one. Y'all gonna find out today. I'm sitting here with my man Ace. How you, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How you doing today, man?
I'm living good, man. Just, another day in Buffalo. You know what I mean?
Most definitely.
We make it happen. So here at No Label, we like to kind of like, we want to start with like the origin story. You know what I mean? Born and raised in Buffalo?
Yes, sir.
Where, like, what side of town?
East side.
East side. Where? Yeah. So, was music always a part of your life, even like in your upbringing?
Most definitely. What a lot of people don't know about me, right, is my uncle was signed to Warner Brothers. His name is Stacy Lattimore, but okay. His group was signed under Rick James.
Okay.
His group was called Processing the Do-Rags. So I basically grew up with that my entire life.
That's fire.
Like since birth, I've been around music.
Oh yeah, it's in the blood.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What high school you go to?
Bennett.
Okay. Oh yeah. Shout out. Hey. I would if I would have went to my local high school, I'd have been at Bennett. I'd have been right there. Oh yeah. Were you like into the music heavy there, like making beats and like recording back then, or?
Back then, no. I started playing football at like 5 years old.
Okay.
All the way up until like my senior year in high school. Right before on my way out, I got an injury, like a career ender.
Damn.
It was over. After that, I'm like, shit, I'm gonna just do music.
Okay.
Like I was looking for my next path. I'm just, I've already been around it, so I'm gonna just go ahead and embrace it. You feel me?
Yeah, and a lot of athletes want to be rappers anyway, so you got people that want to get in the booth.
Hell yeah. I had to experience that a lot, but a lot of them motherfuckers didn't fade it away.
Okay.
You know, a lot of people say they want to do this rap shit, but when they see what it takes to do it for real,
yeah,
a lot of people fade away.
Yeah, they talk a good talk.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's dope about like the people that we have on our podcast. It's like we go out of our way to find the people who like, they committed to it.
Yeah.
When the shit don't look good, when the shit ain't fun.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. So boom, you your football career ended a little short. You know what I'm saying? You got immediately to, were you trying to rap at first or?
Nah, straight to beat making.
Okay.
Straight to beat making. I started with my cousin. We had a little laptop that was laying around the house. Just picked it up, download FL Studio, and since then I just been dabbling in that.
Okay.
Probably since then.
Bet. So like when did it start like making sense where it's like, yo, I could do this like full time, like I could really like make something shake with this?
To keep it a bean with you, like I said, like, before, I was really like a bedroom producer with my shit. I wouldn't come outside with it. My brothers and shit rap. One of them named Mellow the Truth.
Okay.
He rap, and he got tired of going to studios or looking for other producers and shit. I'm like, man, just come to the house. I got beats and shit for you. We can record whatever. So it started from there. Once he started releasing and his shit started bubbling, that's when I started to see like, all right, maybe I'm not just in my head about this shit. Like I'm very hard, like a hard critic to myself. Mm-hmm. But once his shit started bubbling, I'm like, all right, maybe I'll go outside with it.
Okay.
So like about 2021 is when I really came outside.
Okay.
As far as going public with
doing
my talent.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you put in your 10,000 hours.
Yeah. Well before I came outside. Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's the I feel like that's the right way to do it. You know what I mean? Master the craft and then present it to the world.
Yeah. I started producing back in 2014.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was a good 6 years before I even told somebody I got beats. You know what I mean?
Was the producer name always Ace?
It was Ace the producer, yeah.
Ace the producer. Okay.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. So what's your preferred like beat making style? Like what genre you prefer? You prefer like trap, like some melodic, like pop?
I want to say my number one is probably trap.
Okay.
I grew up on Jeezy, so I'm always revert back to that. My number one is definitely trap.
Okay.
That's my preferred. But I want to say I'm very good when it comes to other genres if I need to be,
Yeah.
But my bread and butter is definitely trap.
Bet that. So when like before you necessarily like took it mainstream, were you traveling or were you just out the crib or in studios?
Straight out the crib.
Word?
Straight out the crib. I'm an introvert at heart. You feel me? Like so I was just in the house. I ain't come outside. I ain't do no shows, no parties, no pop-ups, no nothing. So 2021 when I came out, you could basically say I was fresh. Like
okay.
Like brand new.
Yeah. And that's the COVID era too.
Yeah.
So it's like it was definitely a lot of parties going on and shit like that. But I feel like that was a great time for music in the sense with like we seen the reemergence of like the DJs. Yeah. A lot of people like showing their craft. Yeah. You know what I mean? Everybody was in the crib. You said like, shit, let me see what you doing. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's smart. That's a good time.
That's the first time I really came outside was when everything shut down.
Like, that's funny.
Ironically.
Hell yeah. So like during that time, like we were talking behind scenes and like you're very knowledgeable on just like elements of just music production and kind of just like life and video production too. Yeah. So like when did you learn that importance of like, okay, wait, I gotta know my craft?
Bro, that shit started all the way as a kid. Like I was always infatuated with like taking toys apart, finding out how they work, how the internals work, how a certain gear might make an arm move a certain way, like and then like later on when I got into music and shit, I didn't really care about the result. I cared more about the process. You feel me? Like I don't necessarily care about the end result of the song or how good it sounds. Like what did you do to make it sound that good?
Facts.
That's what I care more about.
Word. That's I think that's the part that get missed in the creative process, where it's just like everybody want that pop or that snare that hit crazy, but it's just like, yo, it take time to learn how to just sharpen
They
that.
don't know that snare been EQ'd and compressed like 30 times.
What, you know, ears bleeding hearing that EQ, like crack that joint.
They just want that snare. It's like, nah, how did you get it to sound like that?
Exactly.
I want to know that. I want to be able to replicate that and add it to other elements of my music. You feel me?
Damn. So like, and just so as a producer and as an engineer, who are some of the other like mainstream acts or something like that are mainstream producers or engineers that you looked up to?
I gotta go with Pharrell. I gotta go with Pharrell as my producer. And it's an engineer named Leslie Brathwaite. It's like my number one engineer. Y'all probably don't know him, but
What do you work with?
fucking everybody. Down to Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Future, Drake. Dated all the way back to Michael Jackson, the Prince, to, so he's been in the game for like 40 some years.
That's fire.
But what separated him from everybody else is, his knowledge of the technical shit, of like withstanding the test of time, or with music changing, and you feel me?
Absolutely. You ever watch like Pensado's Place, the podcast? When I first got my introduction to like
Mike Gallagher.
Yeah. When I got into music, my first thing was like I was engineering at Standout Music with Casso. Shout out to Casso Beats, you know what I'm saying? And he gave me an opportunity to just sit in there and like mixing and engineering. And that was when I was like, okay, hold on, I gotta dive in. And I just didn't realize how vast like that world is, where it's just like if you know, it's really if you know, you know.
Yeah. A lot of these people, man, like I said, down to Leslie Brathwaite, y'all don't know who he is. He could walk past you today, but you don't know that he's probably one of the most important people in the music industry when it comes to, engineering. And that's kind of the lane that I wanted to take.
Where
Like I want to be able to still go to the grocery store and not know that I live in a nasty ass mansion. I got Cardi B on speed dial. I wanted to be that guy. Like,
yeah, and it's like then people don't know, like the engineer, like they're the ones who really sitting down with the artist. Really, like I'm really like the shit don't sound like that when they get recorded.
No.
It never do. Like
they don't know that I've listened to this song more than the artists have listened to this song
for months. You know what I'm saying? Like if like sharpening
probably for
this
months or years.
Yeah, man. Like it's we do a disservice, you know what I'm saying, not highlighting the engineers and those people behind the scenes. And I think that's one thing in Buffalo where we lack. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just like, yo, the uplift the Kid Codes, uplift the Aces, you know what I'm saying? And like, yo, like no, he's him.
They don't. I feel like a lot of it is just like with hip hop music in general. It's like all the shit that actually matters get overlooked. They look at the end result and glorify the end result.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't necessarily care how it's made.
Yeah. He's talking about the light show.
They like to finish the race. They don't like to actually run the race. Just plant me at 10 feet before the end.
Hell no.
I'm loving this race.
Yeah. Every plant start in the dark, man.
Yeah.
You gotta get in the mud one time, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. So who was it? Damn, I can't remember the name. But so just as an engineer, what would you say, like, were you always using you still use FL?
No, for engineering I use Pro Tools.
Pro Tools, okay.
For producing I use FL.
So and you mix and master both? From your experience, like what's the difference like with mixing and mastering it for up and coming artists?
Well, a lot of people don't understand what mixing and mastering is. Mixing is just making sure that every element of a song sits well with each other sonically and level. Mastering is making that song loud as possible, clear as possible, and make sure it translates on each device. So when it goes from your phone to studio speakers to your car, you just want to make sure that mix sounds the same on each device. Okay. That's what mastering is.
Okay, bet. Yeah, because I'm thinking like I never got into the mastering side of it, and that it was always just like a confusion. And then like if you're not studying the game and not understanding like
you will never know.
Yeah,
you will never know. A lot of people don't know that master engineering is a job of its own by itself. There's there's mix engineers, there's mastering engineers. It's very rare that you see people who do what I do, but I only do what I do out of necessity. You feel
Okay.
me? Like if I had a choice, I'd just be straight mix engineer.
Okay.
But for where I'm at with my career, I gotta know how to do both.
Copy.
You feel me? But when you get to that next level, you're not doing both.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. And so boom, you pop out 2021. What was like you saying? I'm okay. Let me start getting my name out here. Did you just stay in Buffalo, or were you traveling a little bit too?
At first, I just stayed in Buffalo. My first pop out was actually in this studio.
Word. That's fire.
My boy Dre Cash called me to the studio to bring beats. Came to the studio, and that's when I met Tyree. Tyree heard my beats. Like, man, take my number down. Don't leave before I get your number. I'm like, all right, man, I got his number. Within a week, I had keys to the studio.
Come on.
And then
He recognized the work.
Yeah, since then, like, me and bro just been feeding off each other for years at this point, But since that initial interaction, that's basically where I picked up from.
Okay. Hell yeah. I remember we was chopping up. You made it to Atlanta and was producing down there. How'd you get down there and just start connecting with and recording out there?
I went down there with Pistol. This is I don't know if you know. I produce Hat.
Okay.
I produce Hat. We went out there to go shoot the video. We ended up at Authentic Empire. Spent some time there. Let them know I record engineer. They wanted to put me to a test by putting me with their worst artist. Like basically he's not bad, but he was hard to work with.
Yeah. Difficult client.
Yeah. Well, turns out the engineer was shit. And he didn't like the engineer.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I went out there. I worked with them. The same type of situation. Everywhere I go is pretty much the same type of situation. People hear my work. Don't leave without giving me your number, and that's pretty much how I get into these places.
Nah, that's powerful, bro. That's powerful. Cause word of mouth, and it carries a lot harder than trying to convince somebody.
Hey, that's been 90% of my career is just word of mouth.
That's tough. Shit, man.
It also speaks to. Let me see real quick. Because it's also something we talk about a little bit. It also speaks to the time that you decided to just stay in the house and just perfect your craft and perfect your shit to where you were actually ready to come outside, to where once you came outside, you hit the ground running.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of people, they do just enough to where they feel confidence or they want to like work with people, and then they go outside and then they're like playing catch up to a degree because you're pretty much on the same level as everybody else.
Yeah. You haven't gotten your 10,000 hours in, so you don't know everything about the game.
Yeah.
When I came outside, I don't want to say I knew everything about. I'm never probably gonna know everything about the game, but I feel like I was up to date with where the game was.
Word. Yeah. It go back to what you said. A lot of people want to be at that finish line.
Yeah, they just want to go. They just want to pop. They don't want to be there for the process.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And so, like, some of my favorite artists I had to learn, where it's just like a lot of artists come in, they go to the booth and lay what they want down and dip. The good artists, they stand for that mixing process. They want to be a part of it. It's like, because it's a whole level of creativity within itself.
Yeah.
That whole mixing, my whole mixing spot.
Yeah. I got a handful of clients that are like that. That just, even if we can't be in the studio together, like I got a way I can, virtually, we can run a virtual session to where, I'll be at home and they'll be wherever they are. They can just pull up on their phone, see everything I'm doing. We can, go back and forth and feed off each other.
Word.
For, mix ideas and stuff like that.
Yeah. And just once again, from my time in pre-production, you got a vast knowledge of just like equipment and just like what processes of stuff. What was maybe one, or maybe you could even give me three, what were like tips and tricks that you learned that took your mixing engineering levels from here to here?
I'm gonna go with one because this pretty much applied to everything. Is there's no right way, of EQing. There's no right way of compressing. There's no one right mic pre. There's no one right mic. You feel me? Like it's just work with what you got and make it sound as best as you can. There's no real right way, you know.
Facts.
So that's pretty much my one go to.
Nah, that makes sense. Because a lot of times people will tell you like, oh, we got to be in this range, da 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 da. But it's like, nah, the emotion of the track needs to sound this muddy.
Yeah.
It needs to sound gritty.
Yeah,
It can't
right.
be too polished.
Right.
And I think especially with trap music, you kind of want that muddy the muddy bass. You know what I'm saying? That joint that's gonna slap.
I think back, bro, to the time, like the 70s, like they were in big ass open rooms recording. Now, quote unquote, that's bad, but back then, like music had more feeling back then.
For sure.
That could be a part of the reason that's why is because
That's why it lasts.
yeah, like everybody's here. We're all in collaboration. It's gonna sound how it sounds after we're done. We're not really worried about the technical aspect of it. We're trying to capture a feeling. We're not trying to like be the most, technically perfect.
Yeah.
You feel me?
And that was before like the digitization of the boards and all that stuff too.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of people because like it used to get recorded on a magnetic tape, and they would say like because it's a magnet, it pulls like not just the vibration, it pulls the energy from the room, and that's why it feels so good. So. Have you ever recorded analog and tried to see the difference between it?
What we do now is it's called like hybrid.
Okay.
It's half analog, half digital.
Okay.
So you could say yeah and no. I haven't went full analog because I just don't have the knowledge for that yet.
Yeah.
But I'm in a hybrid like mixed stage right now.
No, that's tough. That's something I always. You ever looking at like music theory and stuff like that too, or not?
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
So, I'm gonna say that for the third eye segment. So your time here at Studio 353. What's been some of your favorite moments here, just working out of this building?
My favorite moments is being the one that everybody call. Being like when shit go wrong in the studio, they call me. If something's not working in the studio, they call me. Or if they want to learn something different, they'll call me. So I would say like that's probably like my best moments in the studio. Like as far as specifically with an artist, I don't really got one in here.
Okay. Another question was just like how difficult is it to focus? Because it's like we've seen studio sessions where it'd be like mad people in a room, and then it's maybe one person working, and it's just like two. They see one person working. There's an engineer trying to focus and put everything together while all this is going on. They partying, drinking, whatever. How difficult is it to like stay locked in with what you're doing?
For me, it's not. Like for me, I'm not a starstruck type of dude. Like everybody is regular to me. So when we have big sessions where it pours out into the hallway, whatever's going on here is all that I care about. Everything else behind me, I don't care, I don't hear, I don't see. I'm on the screen.
Laser focus.
Yeah. So for me, like that's probably been one of my biggest strengths is being able to focus.
Okay. Nah, that's tough. That shit goes a long way. You got from your time working, do you have placements and stuff already?
Yeah.
Can you name some for people who may not know and just like not familiar?
Now I got G Herbo placement. I got Chicken P. I got Davies. I got Charlie Clips. It's a couple more I can't really name off the top of my head.
Okay.
But
yeah.
It's a few of them.
Okay. So, and just from your time with working, you've worked with bigger artists, like established artists like that. For newer artists, a lot of our audience is like people that are up and coming. What's some common mistakes like an up and coming artist will make, like being in the studio for the first couple times?
Not being prepared. Not being prepared. A lot of the up and coming artists don't really have the budget to just sit in the studio. So not coming prepared, like you're doing yourself a disservice because you're gonna waste 30, 40 minutes looking for a beat, and then you want to play the punch-in game. You got to think of every line. Within 2 hours, we got one song done, maybe. So I feel like that would be the biggest like fall that I would that I have seen.
Okay.
From up and coming artists.
What should they come with to be prepared?
I feel like that's like a self-explanatory one. Like have you?
A lot of shit is common sense, bro. And it ain't really common sense no more.
I feel like
you gotta be.
I don't know, like for up and coming artists, man, have your beat ready. I'm not saying you gotta have it written. I get it. We're in a different age, but have an idea of where you want to go with the song, and stay focused. Like stay focused. Like you're spending your money, so I would stay focused unless you just don't care about your money.
Yeah. You gotta count your chicken. Let me think. You got a top 5?
So it's pretty much top 5 key 5 elements to making a quality song.
Making top 5 key elements to making a quality song.
Mm-hmm.
I would go 1 would be vocalist. 2 would be the structure of the song, how the song is structured.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously 3, you need great writers. 4, you need a great producer. And 5, you need a perfect marketing plan. Because without that marketing plan, all that other stuff, just it's an idea sitting in the room.
So pretty much the same 5 as Holler.
Yeah. Do you think sometimes like you mentioned all those 5 elements, do you think some people focus on maybe marketing too much before they really perfect their craft?
Yeah. I feel like that's what a lot of people focus more on.
Yeah.
But a lot of the times, like these days, like that's all that really matters.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Like, I don't want to say that's all that matters, but
in order to get that visibility,
anybody can with the right marketing plan, we could turn Whoop-Diddy Scoop into a platinum.
That's a fact. Literally.
Now, will it stand the test of time? Is like that's when all those other elements come into play.
Yeah.
But marketing is like, bang, look at this. And that's what gets everybody tuned in.
Is that what kind of like got you able to like yo, I gotta pop out. I gotta start showing face more.
Yeah, my marketing plan has been shit, like non-existent. Like it's all been word of mouth. It's I work with one person, they go tell their peoples come back work with me. Yeah. They go tell their peoples, and so on and so forth.
Hell yeah, because it makes me think of you familiar with Mixed by Ali?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like when Kendrick Lamar's engineer coming up, but that's what he was doing, a bunch of stuff like Grammys, countless joints.
You would have never known that about Mixed by Ali until he started live streaming.
He started live streaming and he did Engine Ears.
Yeah.
He did the Engine Ears joint.
Nobody knows that Ali had 3-4 Grammys before he, started marketing himself.
Yeah, man. He did a great job, and it's like TDE was my favorite group coming up. Just how they operated. You know what I'm saying? Like they operated like a business,
family,
like a family. They kept the ship tight.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
So one of my I'll go in the third eye. So for the third eye segment, you were here when we were talking Harler. So it's unconventional truths, unpopular opinions, conspiracy theories, anything like you would like to talk about. From your time, just like sitting as an engineer, what do you see as like that one of the intangible things that like makes an artist great?
It's gonna sound cliche as shit, but it's their drive.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not something you can, necessarily put your hand on, but you can see when somebody has, like, in their heart that I want to do this. I want to make this shit work, or I want to figure this shit out for myself.
Mm-hmm.
That's mainly the number one thing I can see off an artist.
Absolutely. Yeah, and it's so much like the third eye, like I was talking to Holler, it's so much like of the unseen. You know what I'm saying? That creates what we see today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like from the podcast into the songs we hear on the radio. What's some of those things that you told yourself to like keep that drive going in you, like before people you popping out and everybody getting their eyes on you?
For me, I got a natural love for music, so if I don't make money from it, I'm still gonna make it. But for me, it had to be the success of the artists that I work with and how hard they go to obtain that success. It wasn't easy to get, but just it's like any sport. Like I'm gonna play just as hard as you're playing, and if you're slacking off, that's just gonna rub off on me, and that's something that I never wanted. I wanna see this shit through. So working with artists like Pistol, Mellow the Truth, and Dre Cash, like every day they calling me, yo, I want to do this, I want to do that, and it's that drive that keeps me going. You feel me?
Absolutely. Did like faith and like spirituality play any part on just like your path and just like sticking with the music?
I want to say faith, yeah. I got faith, like it's gonna work for me. I don't want to say not one way or another, but it's whatever I'm destined to have, I'm gonna get from it.
Absolutely.
And I don't see nothing stopping me from getting that.
Word. And honestly, just from like your knowledge base of just like from things that we've been talking about, I was like, I see it for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And like, cause I definitely like I take pride in that. Like when it comes to like spirituality, like I'm a math teacher. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I spent hours studying just math shit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to find a connection between math, art, music, all that shit. And it's just like I'm just kind of now seeing the possibilities and the powers of it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, like I'm at a point where I'm like, okay, I gotta pop out a little bit more about my shit.
I'm about to say, like it's just as cliche as what our parents been telling us. You get what you put in, and you're not gonna get no more. You're not gonna get no less.
That's real.
You get what you put in.
And it's so funny too, cause it's like
You never wanted to hear that as a kid.
yeah,
You hated hearing that shit.
it's like it's so simple, and it's like over the years we've heard the same
You're
stuff.
Damn,
Like,
they was
yeah.
right. I used to hate hearing that shit.
Be gems, boy.
I used to hate hearing that shit. Like, man, go ahead with that shit. And then I hit 20. It's like, all right, I'm listening, but say that shit over there. Bro, I hit 30. I'm like, all right.
I get it. I get it now.
I get it. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. So just wrapping up the third eye segment. In the industry, we hear a lot about like people not like getting a proper due. You know what I'm saying? And like rest in peace, Take Keith. I seen some stuff where it was like he got the placements with Drake, Sexy Red, Travis, and stuff like that. But they saying he may have not necessarily been getting all his splits and stuff like that, and it was causing like depression, any type of thing. Like how can an engineer or producer not fall into that dark spot?
I want to say, bro, at his level, that's a hard thing to not fall into. Like, you can be the most mentally strong person in the world, but playing at that level, like, of course, he had his business stuff together. So it wasn't like, he went into a situation and he's just getting jerked out of a deal. It's just they play a certain type of game and money wins in that game, and you don't got as much as the label. So the label can drag out a court process 4, 5, 6 years. 5, 6 years, Take Keith might be broke fighting this case to get, basically nothing back, to get back even.
Yeah.
So I don't really have advice for that. Like it's just luck of the draw when it comes to stuff like that. But what I will say on another note is it's ways to prevent it. Like as best as you can. But going into situations, have all your business together.
Absolutely. Yeah, and this is like we've seen it because like a lot of it when we started off, it was advice for those independent artists and doing those little things that we're not necessarily taught. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep the business right. What would you say are like maybe some tools or resources up and coming artists can look into or use for them to like benefit and not have like similar pitfalls?
My number one would be looking to an entertainment lawyer. They got them at all levels. There's no reason why nobody shouldn't have an entertainment lawyer if you're serious. But like bro said, YouTube University is show you a lot of things. That's like when I go into situations, I don't be feeling bad for people because like the internet is crazy.
Everything at your fingertips.
The internet is crazy. I could search up anything and figure it out. Like, so you say you want to make money, you say you want to have your business together, you have a phone.
That's a fact.
Use it, you know?
That's a fact. We got we got supercomputers in our pockets, and you just not utilizing it.
And you paid over $1,000 for it. I'm using the fuck out that motherfucker.
That's a fact. It'd be funny because like I got students in class who be like, some of them be like cheating and using their phones and shit like that. I'm like, yo, I respect you even putting the effort because it's the same kid who they don't know, but they ain't even doing shit. They ain't even trying. I was like, I respect it. I respect it.
They said you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Exactly. Exactly. Is there anything else anything you got coming up that you want like people to know or like keep people up to date with what you got going on?
What's today? In a couple of weeks, I got the G Herbo, the YISTOL and G Herbo record coming out. I'm a co-producer on that.
Okay.
Co-engineer on that. Another.
What's the name of the track?
It's called Up to Me. Up to Me by YISTOL featuring G Herbo. I also just mixed some other stuff for him. I don't know if it's public information yet, but I just mixed some other stuff for him. You know, a good 13 tracks. I don't know what he doing with them.
Come on.
But you know, my name is on every last one of those songs. It's a lot of stuff I can't name them all, but he's just one of them. Okay. A lot of the stuff that Drake Cash is gonna be, not a lot, all of the stuff that Drake Cash is gonna be releasing, I've engineered.
Okay.
It's a lot of people, man.
Yeah, man.
A lot of people.
Yeah, and just from the time we talk, like I'm excited to see, like you get that recognition and get that spotlight you deserve.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because I'm one of them people where it's like I was sitting in that dark room studying, trying to sharpen my sword.
I kind of shot myself in the foot. I went from a dark room to just a dark studio, and nobody still don't know who I am.
Hey man, but that's why we came to the studio and brought the cameras and the lights for you, man. Like
one thing I will say though is when I'm out and people hear that name and they be like, yeah, I know Ace. They be like, this Ace right here. They go fucking bonkers.
That's fire.
Yeah, bonkers. I had people try to rap to me in the club. I'm drunk as shit. Like, take my number down. I'm like, bro, just message me or something, bro. I'm smacked right now. You trying to rap to me in the club. Like
over the beat.
Bro, niggas follow me out the club, rapping on the side of the street. I'm like, bro. Like,
that's crazy.
It got to a point where, you know, my face was bubbling a little bit more, but that shit kind of scared me. So I went right back in the higher. Yeah, right back. This is like I don't do well around a lot of people, but it's necessary for my brand. You know, and if I want to, you know, keep going, that's something I got to overcome.
Yeah, you put in the work. I think it's only right that you able to receive all those benefits.
Yeah, most definitely, man.
Yeah, it come with side effects. You know what I mean? The popularity, but hey, man, you gotta enjoy that, embrace that. You got any questions down here?
No, I'm good.
All right. If people want to, you need some more followers.
One last thing.
Okay.
So just from what I noticed, just talking to you today and throughout the interview, you have a sense of calmness and like a calm energy and like self-belief, or it's like a confidence you can tell, but it's a humble confidence.
Yeah, it's not
like a boisterous thing. Yeah. So where do you say that comes from? Have you always been that way growing up, or is that something that you developed because you really perfected your craft and are confident in your craft?
As a kid, I was the shy kid, but like what my father instilled in me growing up is that, you know, like, what's the worst that could happen?
Shout out to Dad.
You know, like once you reach that wall to where you feel uncomfortable, like what's the worst that can happen after that? You know, so a lot of the situations, like I'll get to that point where I'm just like, all right, it's a lot going on. I'm gonna step back, and it's like I just hear them words, like, and that's what helped me, you know, push through these type of situations and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much my intake on that is, what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No growth in the comfort zone.
Yeah, none. I think that's where all my growth came from, was me pushing out of my comfort zone. You know, so
Absolutely.
Learn most about yourself.
Yeah. And another thing I respect about you is you share information. You know what I mean? It's like you put in the work, and it's like that also attributes to that confidence of like, yo, I put in the work. Like he gave us a small gym to help us improve our stuff. And it's just like, I know he got a whole nother level of knowledge that where it's like yo, like, nah, this is the person you want to be around. You know what I'm saying? This is somebody you want to sit there, even if you engineering.
Bro, this shit runs 24/7. It don't stop. Like my brain just goes and goes and goes and
It's
goes.
a gift, bro.
And a curse.
Yeah.
It's hard to sleep. It's real hard to sleep. But I think that's what got me and bro like so locked in was it was a lot of stuff that he was trying to achieve that he didn't necessarily know how. And when I came in, like as far as like, you know, studio wise, when I came in, I put a lot of that into like perspective for him.
Okay.
So he like, yeah, this shit, this my brother. This what we doing. You care about this shit just as much as I do. Shit, this what we doing. You know.
Fire.
And that's even when he said in our interview, was like, Ace is the person that keeps me on point and kind of keeps me in line within the direction of what we trying to do.
Yeah, a lot of the shit we see, like if somebody's not headstrong, you'll get lost into it.
For sure. Easily.
You get lost. I get artists who come in here, all type of guns, weed, or whatever fucking drug you want. For us, that shit is free. Shows free, clubs free, everything is free. So if you're not headstrong, you'll get lost. But me, I'm not going. I'm good on the drugs. I don't even smoke. I rarely drink. I just want to work. And that's so real. When he called me, that's 90% of the time. That's the time I'm on. It's not how you doing today. It's what we working on today.
That's wrong.
You feel me?
Oh yeah, surround yourself with people that that's gonna be like this. Who's gonna push you further, get you to that goal you need. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
We need more of it. We need more of it. Where can the people find you if they want to follow you? They want to buy some beats, get some work.
Right now, I'm only handing out my IG because my Facebook look crazy. My IG is ThisTrimAce, all one word. And for all business inquiries, you can contact me directly at my business number, 716-304-2363.
Absolutely. Tap in with the man. Get with him before he out of here. He gonna be.
It's gonna be real soon before I go to being a private engineer.
Come on, yeah, man. So. You heard it here first. You know what I'm saying? It's No Label the Pod. We out of here.